The self-driving car or autonomous vehicle is going to be one of the more interesting applications of AI technology. Already the Google self-driving car has driven a couple of million miles and has proven itself safer than the average human driver, about 10 times safer. But there's one example I use in the book, which is an interesting one. Audi built two RS7 race cars. They kitted them out as self-driving race cars. Test Vehicle A and Test Vehicle B, which they nicknamed AJ and Bobby. So these are the same vehicles, Audi RS7s, with the same computer technology, the same software and the same engineers. What they do is they take them to these test tracks and they drive them around a couple of times around the track so the car can learn, and then they let it go for itself. And it turns out over a period of time that Bobby, as an autonomous vehicle, has become a much more aggressive driver than AJ. We don't really know why. It's the same software, the same basic machine intelligence. But the future of self-driving cars is an interesting one. Will we own cars in the future? It'll be highly unlikely. I suspect my son Matthew, who's 12, almost 13 today, in 10 years' time, he'll be part of a sharing economy. Maybe he'll own a share of a vehicle or subscribe to a vehicle service, but he won't own his own vehicle. He won't need to. And what will you do in a self-driving car? Well, you're not driving anymore, so how does this environment change? Does it become an office? Does it become an entertainment space? Vehicle manufacturers right now, like Mercedes, are exploring these concepts in some detail. But we do know that self-driving or autonomous vehicles are a part of our future. How is that going to change the way we live in the world? Well, you can expect parking garages to change, for example, when there's an autonomous vehicle in them. You'll have parking garages dedicated to autonomous vehicles. You'll need less parking spaces because we won't have as many cars driving around. We'll be sharing these assets. Maybe even in the future, cities like New York and London or Paris may ban human drivers from the city centre. Why? Humans are just too risky compared with an AI, with an algorithm, which is going to have a demonstrated higher safety record and going to cause less fatalities. Self-driving cars, they don't get drunk, they don't get tired, they don't get distracted by their smartphone with a text message. The future really is, when it comes to autonomous vehicles, an interesting one.